Are you familiar with the cycle? You know, the endless loop of wanting to change your life, but then falling back into the same old bad habits over and over and over again? You want to change so badly, but for some reason you just can't seem to get yourself to do the things for long enough or consistently enough to make any real progress. And after trying and failing so many times, do you ever feel trapped and unsure of how to escape? Well, then you are experiencing what I like to call the cycle of doom. Turns out this cycle is a lot more common than you might think. I spent most of my life trapped in this exact cycle with binge eating, obesity in general, procrastinating. I even got fired for being late too many times because I couldn't even get myself to get up early enough to get to work. I just couldn't seem to force myself to do what I needed to do. And I also felt like I couldn't stop myself from doing things that were actively ruining my life. This struggle led me to create what is now my behavior change course, How to Change. I have been talking about this course for an entire year, and now I finally get to reveal it to you. But first, tell me if this sounds familiar to you. Stage 1 of the cycle of doom. You say, I'm done with these bad habits. Enough is enough. You make this big plan to change your life. You're motivated, you're hopeful, and you are determined to succeed. Stage 2, you get started, and you start strong. And for a while, you're successful. You get good sleep, you exercise, you eat right, you stop procrastinating, you be productive, you stop vaping, smoking, or whatever it is you want to do. And as a result of your success, you feel amazing. You are so proud of yourself because you're finally behaving as the person you want to be. Stage 3. You start slipping up. Something happens. You get busy or you're distracted. Maybe it's the holidays, maybe it's an event, or maybe it's just one of life's many curveballs. And at first, it's just a few slips, but you begin to worry that you're sliding back into the same old bad habits. Stage 4, you are fully off track. A few weeks, a month, or even more goes by and you are back to square one once again. You promised yourself this time would be different, but yet you're here, and that causes you to fall into a pit of despair or potentially a pit of ice cream. Being in this place makes you so miserable, so angry and disappointed in yourself. You feel so fed up and annoyed with your own behavior, and you realize something's gotta change. So you say, I'm done with these bad habits. Enough is enough. You make a big plan to change your life. You're motivated, you're hopeful, and you are determined to succeed. And that is what I like to call the cycle of doom. We go through these spurts where we're super motivated and driven, and we work hard, and we're successful at making a change, and it feels amazing. But for some reason, this bad habit is super stubborn. Maybe you're overeating every night, maybe you're procrastinating on your phone, maybe you're sleeping in or staying up late. Whatever it is, this bad habit is causing you problems. And if you're like me at this point, you might be wondering what's wrong with you or worrying that you might be secretly doomed. But what if the problem wasn't you all along? It was your solution. See, when most of us struggle to change, there's really only one thing we know to turn to, and that's willpower. In other words, we just try harder. We promise ourselves we'll be stronger this time, and then go and just do the exact same thing we did last time. And we do this because we don't know that there is another way. In my case, I spent years wishing I could figure out how to have some level of self-control. I didn't want to spend my whole life stuck. I wanted some control over how I live. I've always been an ambitious person. I was a self-help junkie, but you would never be able to tell by looking at my life. I had very few good habits and infinite bad habits, and I hated the way that made me feel. But the standard advice that I found was, well, maybe you should just try a little bit harder. Like, oh, thank you. I never thought to try that. Like, thanks, but I've actually been trying really hard my entire life. But I was determined to find the answer, so I read book after book, trying to figure out what to do. And then one day, I found my first little clue. I saw the words behavior change science. And I was like, wait, huh? There's research about this? Yeah, it turns out that changing your behavior is hard for a lot of people. And there's an entire field of research dedicated to this exact problem. An actual science that studies how people successfully change their lives and stick to habit changes long term. And guess what? According to the science of behavior change, willpower is not the answer to changing your habits and behavior. The problem was never you. The problem was your strategy. Now, I believe that willpower is an amazing and important tool. And for some people and some behaviors, willpower is enough. Well, when it comes to the most stubborn bad habits, according to science, willpower, just trying harder, is not the answer. See, the willpower method is basically trying to use brute force to change. It's like throwing yourself into a closed door as hard as you can. And then when the door doesn't open, you say to yourself, well, I guess that's just because I'm a failure. Hopefully I'll be stronger next time. And then you throw yourself even harder at the closed door next time. And we all now know where that leads us. But what if instead of trying harder and harder, there was a much easier way to take control of your behavior? See, we don't need to keep doing this. We don't need to be stronger. We need to be smarter. We need to develop a new skill. We need to learn how to change. From the moment I discovered behavior change, my life took a drastic turn for the better. It wasn't instantaneous, but I had these insights that led to finally making progress where I had failed for so long. Fast forward almost a decade now, and I've been obsessed about learning about this and putting it into action in my own life. Thousands of dollars of books, thousands of hours of experimenting, thousands of trials and errors, and in the end, I created my own system to break bad habits based on this science. That system is now this course, How to Change. I've simplified everything into an easy to follow method that will take you by the hand and teach you the skill of change. And I am so excited to finally be able to share this with you. I truly believe that if everyone knew where they were going wrong and what to do instead, it would be life-changing. How to Change helps people struggling with stubborn bad habits learn to take control of their behavior. You'll use behavior change science to go from feeling frustrated, defeated, and stuck in the cycle of doom to feeling more free and in control than ever before. This is a self-paced online course that simplifies everything related to breaking bad habits into an easy to follow, step-by-step method that will take you by the hand and teach you the skill of change. Inside, across 20 video lessons and 10 guided exercises, I'll teach you the system and walk you through the process I've personally used for years and continue to use to this day. How to Change includes the course itself, printable and reusable worksheets, a course workbook, and access to the private How to Change community. By the way, these aren't just some video lessons jammed full of random information. These aren't like my YouTube videos. This isn't something meant to be consumed for entertainment while you eat lunch. This course is teaching you a new skill, how to change your behavior. You will definitely need to put in the work to see results, and just like any skill, it takes time to get good at it. This system can be applied to any habit. We already have people in the course working on procrastination, overeating, waking up earlier. Whatever you want to change, this course can help you do it. How to Change is a two-pronged system that teaches you a new way to approach your habits and behaviors. And once you understand it, you will use this skill throughout your lifetime for hundreds of different things. And for me, the point of this has always been freedom. The freedom to say, this is who I want to be and this is how I want to live. And then the freedom to actually follow through with the changes you want to make. Each module inside How to Change is part of a step-by-step guide of how to develop the skill of breaking bad habits from start to finish. And while you're developing this new skill, you're learning a new way of thinking and acquiring a new set of tools you'll use for the rest of your life to take control of your behavior and design your life the way you want it to be. This course was really built with a specific person in mind, someone who's been trying and failing to break some specific bad habits. Someone who's been stuck in that cycle of doom that we've been talking about, but you can also use it to build new habits or be more consistent with existing habits. The skills you'll develop are transferable to any behavior you want to change and will completely transform your relationship with yourself and with your habits. So if you're ready to do the work and you want to learn this skill of change, click the link below to enroll in How to Change now. Now, I want to say that you 100% do not need the course to have success, but it will definitely expedite the process. This is the information that I wish I had when I was younger. If I had known what I know now, what I put in this course, it would have saved me so many years of my life. Let me explain a little bit more about how it works. So the course is light on theory. I don't want to jam your head full of information. It's not a behavioral change textbook or a college class. I want to teach you this skill so that you can change your behavior. Here's how it's broken down. First, in module 1, you'll get some foundational information that will prepare you to make changes. You'll learn about habits and what they actually are. You'll start to get to know the systems surrounding your habits, and you'll learn why your bad habits have been so hard to break in the first place and why they often need a special approach. But the work begins in module 2, building your motivational core. No more short bursts of motivation that quickly fade away. If you can't seem to sustain the motivation to change, it's because you're not clear on the value of the change you're trying to make. When your brain makes a decision between two different things, let's say procrastinating or getting right to work, it chooses by calculating the value of each choice. So if you're consistently choosing to procrastinate, to overeat, to sleep in, it's because your brain quite literally does not value this choice enough. So this module will help correct that problem. It will help you really commit to the change you want to make and get clear on why you need this done and why you need it done now. You'll learn to create lasting motivation by connecting with what matters most to you. You'll discover more about who you truly are and what you truly want. You'll learn to build up the value of the change you want to make, and you'll set behavior change goals that align with what you actually value. This will help you tap into a deep source of motivation that doesn't fade after a few weeks. Armed with this, you're ready to start learning how to actually break bad habits in Module 3, Learning Self-Regulation. This module is the core of how to change. Here, you'll get to know yourself and your habit on a much deeper level. You'll get to the root cause of your behavior and then make a plan to outsmart it. One of the first things you'll do in this module is do recon on the exact moment that things go south for you. You'll identify the specific moments that are causing you the biggest problems, and we'll start there. People will say, I can't stop overeating, and you think of yourself as overeating all day long. But when you learn to actually break it down and get to know your behavior better, you see, oh, I'm actually only overeating here, here, and here. Now suddenly your bad habit has gone from something you're at war with all day long to something you only need to win a few key battles to overcome. And that is just one of the many things that are going to make it so much easier for you to change your behavior. You'll get granular with your behavior, you'll really get to know your habits better, you'll collect data, and you'll design strategies to overcome them. And while Module 3 is the core of the system, Module 4, Mindful Inner Transformation, Module 4 is the secret sauce of the entire course. It's where the most profound transformation happens. This is where you'll actually train your mind to let go of your bad habit. Mindfulness is the new thing in behavior change science, and I am confident that if you just do what's in this module, your life will change for the better. There is something about the process of paying attention that actually weakens bad habits on a neurological level. And in this module, you'll learn to see cravings and urges in a completely different way, and you'll enhance your motivation to change even further. You'll start to see your inner voice for what it really is. There are so many little secret sauce things in this module that are truly transformational. Finally, Module 5, Your Behavior Change Journey. We will recap everything that you've learned and put it all together in a relatable personal example that will really help solidify the concepts and show how it can be applied directly to your habit. I'm also planning to add a few more modules in the future, as well as content targeting specific bad habits. So there will be additions and updates to this, but that's a little rundown of what's currently inside How to Change. So if you're tired of trying to change your habits, but falling back into the same destructive patterns over and over and over again, if you feel stuck, frustrated, and like something must be wrong with you because you've tried everything over and over again and nothing works, then you are who I made How to Change for. I really wish I did have something like this when I was younger because it would have saved me so much time and so much energy. So this is really who the course is designed for, basically my younger self. Yeah, it was really made for someone who is in the exact same situation I was in. You're trying to change, you keep failing, you're like, what the heck is wrong? It truly would have saved me years of my life. This is what I needed to have. This course teaches you the skill of behavior change step by step. With this course, you will learn to break free from bad habits that have held you back for years, build deep, long-lasting motivation to change your life, transform your mindset with mindfulness and self-regulation techniques, identify and align your actions with what matters so every step feels meaningful. And once you complete the course and all the exercises, at the end, you will get the How to Change workbook, because as I've said, once you learn how to change your behavior, you're going to want to use it for a million different things. You want to be more consistent with the gym? You can do that with this. You want to read more? You can do that with this. Think of the workbook like another tool in your toolbox. Once you've learned the concepts and understand the system, the workbook is an easy way to revisit, refresh, and stay on top of your habits now and in the future. As you change, you will inevitably face new challenges, and even new behaviors will pop up where you've eliminated an old behavior. So having the course workbook allows you to revisit the system whenever you need it. And also included when you join How to Change, you'll become part of the How to Change private community. Studies show that having support and people you can talk to massively increases the likelihood of you having success. And sometimes the people in your life aren't really able to provide the level of insight or really even understand where you're at on your journey. So I'm really excited to be able to offer this part of How to Change. You'll have a place full of others who are learning the skill of change, working on their own lives and on their own behavior change journey. You can post about your successes and struggles, read what's working for others and what they're having success with, connect with others in the course. Basically, it's like a little behavior change Facebook. I'm in the community too, obviously. I'll be involved, taking feedback, and I'll be able to answer questions and provide more guidance to everyone who's inside. I won't be like coaching you through it personally, and I won't be on call to answer every single specific question that you might have, but this is my method and my theory, and I really want to make it work for you. And if something isn't working, I want to know. And you'll be getting lifetime access to the community, to the course, all the materials, all the exercises, and any future updates. This really is a lifelong journey, and over time you may have a slip up, you might have a new bad habit pop up, and I wanted to make sure you have this information and these tools accessible forever so you can come back whenever you need a little top up. I personally use this exact system to this day, and I very often revisit it. So yeah, that's the idea behind the lifetime access. I think you're gonna want to come back and go through the course again or reconnect. So yeah. So if you're ready to take control of your bad habits, click the link below to enroll in How to Change Today and get immediate access to everything you need to change your bad habits for good. The course is regularly $349, but if you click the link below until the end of January, it's only $299. So yeah, if you want to break your bad habits, click the link below to get started in How to Change. Okay, but one more thing. You do have to be ready to change. It's going to take work and effort. It's not magic. You're going to have to work on your behavior, and it will take time. The goal of the course to me is to give you something I call behavioral freedom, the ability to drop a bad habit or add a good habit at will. It's self-control. It's the ability to do what you need and want to do. But because it's a skill, it's something that you get better at over time. It's a journey, and it's not necessarily for everyone. If you can't relate at all to the cycle of doom, maybe you just have a few small habits that are bothering you, but you haven't really tried that hard to break them, then you might just need a few small tips, and I have lots of free content to help you with that. And for those who want it but can't get the course for whatever reason, not to worry. I am planning on pumping out tons of free behavior change content on YouTube this year. These will always be free, and it's my intention to hold nothing back and give you everything that you need to change your behavior. It is my major goal to help as many people as possible change with behavioral science. This course is really just for someone who wants a method right now that they can use to change, but I plan on putting everything I know onto YouTube so that you can learn. This science has absolutely changed my life, and it's been my driving motivation from the very beginning to get this information out there. These videos, when I put them out on YouTube, they don't get that many views, but they are so meaningful to me, and the comments make me feel just so happy. So yeah, it's my goal to help you no matter what, whether you're gonna enroll in the course or not. But the course is a system, a method. It's all in one place, and will save you time and energy and effort and all that kind of thing. So yeah, if you're ready to get started, click the link below and join How to Change Today. And yeah, if you join by the end of January 2025, you will get that special discount. And I really, really want it to work for you, but if for whatever reason it's not, I want to hear from you, so you can message me and we'll figure out and I'll make it right. If you have any questions, leave me a comment below, or you can shoot me an email at Kiana@kianadocherty.com, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Thank you so much for being here and watching this entire video. Obviously, this was not exactly a normal video, but I'll be back with some fresh content in the next couple of days. Thank you so much for watching. Hope to see you in the course, and I will see you in the next one.